This is the Business of Leadership Series Minute with your host, the best-selling author of Don't Buy a Duck and founder of MarketingStrategyHero.com, Derek Champagne.
You talk about handling speed bumps, that you've learned to handle speed bumps, excuses, stresses, how to run teams. Give us some insight on what are some top things that a leader needs to do to deal with the day-to-day situations of working with people.
So there's three things that come to mind. The first is clarity. And what clarity is being very clear on what you want and what you need. A lot of times as business owners, as managers, we give somebody a direction and there's just this huge expectation that the other party understood what we were saying. And there's a saying, I forgot where I heard it. It said, when you think you're communicating is when you're not. And you have to make sure that the other person really knows what you're talking about and what you want, because if you don't, they go back, they do something else, and then you get upset and you ask, wait a second, why did you do X instead of Y? Right? So clarity is the number one thing for me. It's being very, very clear what you want, what you need, and how you want it to get done when it comes to leadership.
Awesome. So three things. Number one, clarity. What else is important in leadership?
Second one is courage, all the way. You have to have the courage to communicate. You have to have the courage to sit down in front of the person and talk it out. Have to have the courage to not step away from the issue, not back down when it gets tough. And I think people look up to leaders when they're courageous. You hear about these great military leaders, these great business leaders, and it's because of courage. They were courageous enough to do something that was never done. They were courageous enough to go into a battle that nobody thought would be won. And that's extremely motivating for a team to see, your employees to see as a business leader, 100%.
They want to rally behind that, don't they?
Yeah, 100%.
So what's the third one?
Commitment. And when I talk about commitment, it's not just to them or to the business. It's to yourself, it's to your health, it's to your family. They want to follow somebody who they look up to, not that they have to follow. Yeah. And when you're that somebody who's committed to them as a person, their success, when you're committed to your family, when you're committed to your health, they look up to you in all regards and they will follow whatever you say, and sometimes they'll go against you, but they'll call you out or they'll argue with you because they see you as such a leader that they want this to work. So you have to be committed.
To hear full episodes of the Business Leadership Series, visit blsnow.net.
Derek Champagne here. So many exciting things happening in 2019. Join us. Visit DerekChampagne.com.